What's up everyone, I'm Max Dalton, and in this video I'll review the JBL Charge 5 Bluetooth speaker to help you figure out if it's the right fit for you. I'll take a deep dive into the Charge 5's build and form factor, button access and features, power and ports, and I'll also do a sound comparison with the JBL Flip 5, JBL Charge 4, and JBL Extreme 2. I'll wrap up the video with my recommendation. But before we get into the review, if you think the JBL Charge 5 is the speaker for you, I'll include a link in the description you can purchase it through. Alternatively, if you want to save a few bucks, or if you just can't live without an auxiliary input for a 3.5mm audio cable, I'll include a link you can use to purchase the JBL Charge 4 below, as well as other JBL portable Bluetooth speakers. Now let's dig into the JBL Charge 5 and start by taking a look at the build and form factor. The JBL Charge 5 sits in between the JBL Flip 5 and the JBL Extreme 3 in the JBL portable Bluetooth speaker lineup. The Charge 5 is just under 9 inches long, 3.7 inches tall, and 3.7 inches deep. The speaker feels sturdy and has a good weight to it, checking in at a little over 2 pounds. From a purely physical standpoint, the Charge 5 is only slightly larger than the JBL Flip 5, but is significantly smaller than the JBL Extreme 3. For a sizing comparison, this image shows the JBL Flip 5, JBL Charge 5, and JBL Extreme 2. Similar to the rest of JBL's line of portable Bluetooth speakers, the JBL Charge 5 is built to take on all conditions in the great outdoors. The exterior of the speaker is an attractive but tough wire and mesh combination that does an amazing job keeping the speaker components safe. Again, similar to current and past JBL portable Bluetooth speakers, the JBL Charge 5 boasts rubber end caps that protect the exterior passive radiators from damage in the event it gets dropped or otherwise banged up. Finally, the JBL Charge 5 improves on the IPX7 rating earned by the JBL Charge 4 by rocking an IP67 rating, which means it's dustproof and can be submerged in up to 3 feet of water for up to 30 minutes and still work just fine. Now let's take a look at button access. The buttons on the JBL Charge 5 are laid out in the same easily accessible fashion as on the Charge 4. Resting conveniently along the top of the speaker. From left to right, you've got the buttons for Party Boost, Volume Down, Power, Bluetooth, Volume Up, and Play. The volume buttons just control the volume and don't perform any other core functions. The Party Boost button lets you connect your speaker to other portable JBL Bluetooth speakers that support Party Boost. If you've got older JBL speakers that you connect to each other through the legacy JBL Connect or JBL Connect Plus technology, know that you won't be able to connect the JBL Charge 5 to those speakers and that you can only connect it to JBL Bluetooth speakers that support JBL Party Boost. JBL speakers that support Party Boost currently includes the JBL Flip 5, JBL Charge 5, JBL Extreme 3, and JBL Pulse 4. Party Boost lets you connect up to 100 speakers together over a distance of roughly 50 yards. The play button lets you start, stop, and skip songs, and while there are older JBL portable Bluetooth speakers that let you configure the play button to activate either Apple's Siri or Google's Assistant, you can't do that on the Charge 5. Next, let's do a quick sound comparison between the JBL Flip 5, JBL Charge 4, JBL Charge 5, and JBL Extreme 2 and discuss audio quality. The setup inside of the Charge 5 is the same as the Charge 4 with a single long driver, a separate tweeter, and dual bass radiators. For this sound comparison, I'll play the same 20-second sound clip from a song with deeper bass on each of these speakers at 50% volume under the exact same conditions. Additionally, these audio files won't be manipulated in any way. First, let's listen to the audio clip on the JBL Flip 5.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Next, let's listen to the same clip played through the JBL Charge 4.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Now let's listen to the same audio clip played through the JBL Charge 5.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
And finally, let's listen to that audio clip played through the JBL Extreme 2.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Now let's listen to a 20-second song clip from a song that hits some higher tones. Again, each of these speakers is at 50% volume and under the exact same conditions. Additionally, these audio files won't be manipulated in any way. First, let's listen to the audio clip on the JBL Flip 5. Next, let's listen to the same clip played through the JBL Charge 4. Now let's listen to the same audio clip played through the JBL Charge 5. And finally, let's listen to that audio clip played through the JBL Extreme 2. For its size, the JBL Charge 5 is a good middle ground between the Flip 5 and the Extreme 2. You get bigger volume that you don't get out of the Flip 5 and cleaner high tones that you won't get out of a JBL Extreme speaker. It's obviously a closer race between the Charge 4 and the Charge 5, but I think the Charge 5 is a close winner there in that the audio overall sounded cleaner. One other audio test I did was to take the speakers outside into a large open space to see how the sound carried. In that scenario, the JBL Charge 5 really shined, pumping out audio that sounded great even from modest distances. But as a reminder, speaker audio is experienced differently by everyone, so you'll want to listen to the JBL Charge 5 in a store to make sure the audio quality is something you're comfortable with as it relates to any other Bluetooth speakers you're considering. Next, let's discuss power and ports. Similar to the JBL Charge 4, the JBL Charge 5 charges through a USB Type-C cable. And also similar to the Charge 4, the Charge 5 battery only takes 4 hours to fill up and boasts 20 hours of battery life on full power. And while the charging port is still located on the back of the Charge 5, the port is exposed rather than under a port cover. Also like the JBL Charge 4, the JBL Charge 5 has a port cover on the back that when lifted exposes a USB Type-A port that can be used to charge connected devices. It should be noted that the USB Type-A port can only be used for charging, and you can't play audio from connected devices without them being connected to your Charge 5 via Bluetooth. And the final consideration in this section is that, unlike previous versions of the JBL Charge, the Charge 5 doesn't include a 3.5mm auxiliary port. Finally, let's look at additional considerations when you're deciding whether or not to buy the JBL Charge 5. Older JBL portable Bluetooth speakers had a built-in microphone that allowed users to use the speaker as a speakerphone for phone calls. A built-in mic has been an omission from JBL speakers for a while now, and it's not included on the Charge 5. However, as a bonus, the JBL Charge 5 does use Bluetooth 5.1, which offers healthy data transfer rates and a good wireless range. In closing, the JBL Charge 5 is a great speaker at a good price. It's small enough that it's easily portable, and it's tough enough that it can travel anywhere you need it to. The audio sounds great both indoors and outdoors, and it's probably the perfect portable Bluetooth speaker for either a pool party or outdoor barbecue. The lack of an auxiliary port to connect devices via a 3.5mm audio cable is a bit of a miss for me, but I've adjusted to living without it. If you like the JBL Charge 5 but the price tag is holding you back, the JBL Charge 4 is still a great speaker that's almost identical to the Charge 5 with the exception of older Bluetooth technology and JBL Connect Plus instead of Party Boost, and you should be able to get it for a healthy discount. And finally, if you feel like the JBL Charge 5, JBL Charge 4, or any of the other Bluetooth speakers we've discussed in this video are right for you, you can find links to purchase all of the speakers discussed in this video in the description. Let me know if this video helped you out in the comments below. If you liked what you saw here, click the video links on the right side of the screen to check out another video. Or click the logo on the left side of the screen to check out my tutorial website at www.maxdalton.how. If you're either a new YouTuber or are someone interested in getting your own YouTube channel off the ground, check out www.youtubemba.com for insight into the most common questions that new YouTubers have.